Hey y'all, it's your girl Shay and we are back with another video. And if you're new to my channel, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment on this video. Period. Anyways, how are y'all doing? This weekend's going to be Mother's Day weekend, and I'm just going to go ahead. Right now, we are cooking some leftover tacos. I had made a live video about this a couple days ago, and this is like the next day. And I'm just letting y'all know, it's been hard being a content creator and me living into the shelter, you guys. Like, it's been really hard. But I've been making it work. I'm showing up. I'm making sure I post my videos so y'all can watch and support me. But y'all, I've been going through some things, I wouldn't say I've been homesick since I've been living in New York City. It's been about 2 weeks since we've been settled in, and honestly, I have been thinking about my nieces and nephews back home. So, y'all, basically, I'm going to go ahead and just get straight to it. So, basically, for y'all who probably new to my channel, I basically moved across country so I can go ahead and get the help that I need to take care of my son. So right now we're currently living in a homeless shelter, and it's an apartment shelter in NYC, and they're helping us so that we can move into our own apartment. So we'll be in our own apartment very soon. Right now we are looking for an apartment, but as of right now, this is where we're living. Now, you guys, we also had to leave like so much stuff back home. We completely started over once we came here. And let me tell y'all, that was one of the hardest things I had to do. But I had faith. I knew we were going to be okay once we made the transition and did the move. So anyways, back to me talking about how I felt. I wouldn't say homesick, but I have thought about my nieces and nephews. So I had texted my nephew old phone. My nephew is 19 years old. No, he is 18 years old. Matter of fact, he's not 19 yet. He will be 19 this year, but right now he just turned 18 about 6-7 months ago. My nephew, I haven't talked to him in about a good 5 months, but he had a cell phone. And he just turned 18, but I realized that at the time when he turned 18, his mom was paying his phone bill. So she had a phone for him, and that's where I communicated with him on. So I just thought I want to go ahead and send him a message and a picture of my son, Jesiah, to tell him hello, how's he doing, and checking up on him and let him know we miss him and stuff. I get a text back that, sorry, this is not his phone anymore. And it was his mama that texted back. Mind you, me and his mom do not get along. And I'm going to tell y'all why we don't get along. The reason why we don't get along is because, honestly, I really don't know. I obviously have a situation going on with me and another sister. And every time I beef with this particular sister, this sister right here who texted the phone back is just a monkey see, monkey do female. She's a monkey see, monkey do person. So once I'm beefing with that sister, she against me, and it's 2 against 1. So if I fall out with one sister, she ain't fucking with me, if that makes sense. So, but every time I make up with a sister, she want to be cool and say she apologized when it had nothing to do with you in the first place. I don't know. She's weird like that, okay? And sometimes I just want to know, like, what do you have against me? Because why does my beef with our other sister have to do with us? I feel like obviously you have some type of secret animosity towards me because we didn't really have a beef, but why does it always take for us to fall out every time we beef with another sister or I beef with another sister? Why do you have to get involved and be like, oh, you and Shay not talking no more? Okay, cool. I'm not fucking with her either. To me, that's a monkey see, monkey do. Because you can never stand on your own and tell me if, what you don't like about me or what bothers you to not talk to me anymore. It always has to take another sister for you to feel like, oh, I don't like her. And I'm not gonna lie, I was pissed because when this sister told me, like, sorry, it's not his phone no more, like, there's nothing I can do. All we wanted to do was say hi. Once you saw the picture of my son being sent, you can at least relate the message or had him FaceTime just so he could talk to his cousin. So you know what? At this point, I'm like, nephew, you 18 years old. So I said, what is going on? Why he don't have his phone? I found out deeper in from another family member that he hasn't been looking hard to get a job now that he been 18. So his mom paid his phone bill and took his phone back. So now he don't have a phone until he decides to go get a job. which is totally understandable. And I understand because when kids first turn 18, straight out of high school and stuff, you want them to have a little bit of freedom before they go back to work. I understand. But after a certain amount of time, you need to get a job. But I understand where they may be coming from that, because me, I had a job right before I even went to prom when I was in school, okay? My sisters, they all had a job while in high school, moving on to graduation. You know what I'm saying? Or after high school. So I know she probably thinking like, we women and we can do it. We did it back in our day. You as a man, there's no excuse. So that's totally understandable. But you could at least been like, okay, no, but with this exception, just, you know, let Jesiah see his big cousin, or let me talk. You know, I had to find from the grapevine what the situation was. And at this point, I just feel like, nephew, you 18 years old, at a point, you got to slowly grow up. You at least got to get, you know, in your situation where you want to learn how to drive, at least, and find a job. That's it. The basic things that people do when they first turn 18. So at this point, I'm really pissed off, because it's like, why you had to tell that demeanor? You know, I would have never known that. And now it's just like, it makes me feel like, why did I even reach out in the first place? But it gets better, y'all, because I let that situation go, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go ahead and do little postcards for, you know, holidays. It's about to be Mother's Day weekend. And, you know, send a picture with, you know, pictures of Jesiah over to his cousins, you know what I'm saying? So that's my nieces and nephews. Send pictures and stuff and mail it to the mailbox. But then we go to the post office today, and then I get a call from one of my sisters. And this is not the sisters that I'm beefing with, but a mutual sister. And she told me that my sister, who controlling or whatever, took my nephew's phone back, that she basically said she's upset because why her other sisters ain't checked up on her kids. And I'm like, well, 2 days ago, me and my son was just trying to have, you know, we was just trying to talk to your kids, and you didn't want it to happen. Oh, because she didn't want it from us. She wanted from the other particular sister that me and my sister don't talk to no more. She wanted from a different sister. Let's just say it like that to make it easier for y'all, because y'all may not know, I got like 7 different sisters. So it's hard to keep up to figure out which sister I'm specifically talking to. But I'm going to just make it easy for y'all to understand. She wanted it from another sister. She didn't want it from me and my son. So I'm like, okay, fine. Why do I feel like I have to keep trying if somebody's not meeting me halfway? If they don't want the love, then why keep trying just so I could be disappointed and be hurt every time? My son has to be disappointed and hurt every time, or get the back burner. Well, he's young now. He probably won't really understand. But as he get older, you know what I'm saying? He gonna be like, Mama, I ain't got no cousins. Where my family at? But it's a situation that I'm gonna keep praying on, and God is gonna handle it, and he's gonna guide me. It's just something that I have to work on forgiving, but I just don't understand. Like, my family is not really family. Despite all that we went through, I did not once, you know, call, even though I didn't even ask for any help. But even if I was in a position to, or helping hand to them, seeing that what me and my son go through, you know what I'm saying? I put that aside and feel like, no matter what, we are sisters, no matter what we go through. Even though if you was in that situation, I would never do my sister like how y'all did me. However, I would never just throw you out to was like, I don't care what happens to her. And, you know, we could die tomorrow. I don't think my sisters will honestly give a damn. And it's like, how? And it's like, did we ever really have a relationship? Like, what the fuck is going on? All I know is my family. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, to be like, you know, we have moments where we don't speak, but to never ever talk again, never to put things aside and move forward like how we always do, it's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? And then to keep your kid, just because we get into each other, just to, like, you know, you get jealous because you don't want your kids to talk to me either. It's crazy. When I grew up and changed your kids' diapers growing up, I spent many holidays and times and events when it came down to my nephew, and my family just straight up treat me like shit. Like, I ain't never been a part of the family. It's crazy to me. Like, what did I ever do to y'all for y'all to, it sounds like my sisters are jealous of me because I've been the youngest child of the family, and they mad about how my mama spoiled me, and it's just giving jealousy at this point. Because what can I do to y'all for y'all to sit there and see me so hurt at my weakest point and just sit there and say, I don't care? I don't care if me and my sisters got in a physical altercation. If I hear my sisters hurt at the hospital, if I heard my sister then got shot, best believe I'm the first person down there to see what is going on with my sister. I'm not just going to be like, oh, okay. Me and my son could literally be gone tomorrow and they won't have a clue and know nothing. Even investigate, they won't know any information. And it's like, what if we gone tomorrow? Would y'all even care? Like, it's crazy because I'm starting to think at the end of the day, are these even really my sisters? Because where is the love? They have the nerve to bash my content, and my content is all about my life, my journey, my story, and they feel some type of way about it. But at one point, I couldn't work another job because I didn't have nobody watch my son. At this point, this was my only income. You know, so YouTube, if without YouTube and Facebook and y'all being my supporters, this was my only income that I can do while having my child. So I'm not going to stop doing my content just because you feel uncomfortable about something, about the things that I post, the things that I say, the things that I do to get my views, to make my money. At the end of the day, nobody's helping me when it comes to my child, so I have to do what I have to do. I have a right to tell my story. Nobody's going to hold me back from saying or telling my story, period. Because at the end of the day, when I ask y'all, can y'all watch Jesiah while I go work another job to get this income rolling, nobody wanted to do their people complain, or they always wanted my whole check to freaking watch for the month of daycare. It's like, what's the point of working another job if I'm going to give you the second job check for watching him? So my only outcome was to do content. So I don't give a crap what anybody has to say when it comes down to my content, because I'm the one who has to feed my child mouth, not y'all. But y'all, it's been a lot and emotions and things going on. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to let nobody stop my content. And I can't control. And my sisters don't want to have the same love or accept the relationship from me and my son. All I can do is leave it up to God and pray about it. But thank y'all so much for watching this video. And without you guys, I probably wouldn't even be here at this point for y'all supporting me and my son. So that's why we love y'all so much. And thank you so much. And like I said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Please like, comment, and share this video. We'll see y'all next time, family. Bye.